Hey there guys, and welcome back to another episode of Alan's Collections Review. And you might be wondering, where am I? I'm actually using the powers of Sue Storm. You see, here I am. I was here all the time. And I'm here to review the Marvel Legends retro-carded figure Invisible Woman. So let's begin! Marvel Legends retro-carded Fantastic Four Invisible Woman. Okay guys, here we have the retro-carded box for Invisible Woman. And of course, this figure is based on the 5-inch Toy Biz figures that they did for the 90s Fantastic Four animated series that I enjoyed and loved to watch back in the day. And of course, as you can see, the box itself has some reference to that time. First of all, if we see the logo on the upper left side of the box, it's not as the 90s one that used to have a holographic circle, and the 4 logo was holographic as well. In this case, it's just a printed circle and a printed number 4. And of course, we have Fantastic Four in yellow and red. Really nice. And we can see Invisible Woman with her powers riding the Fantastic Car. And of course now we can see the figure itself, and it's just the first time I see her like that, because I got another Invisible Woman, the alternate Invisible Woman that is obviously invisible and you couldn't see her face properly, and now you can see it. So I don't know, it looks kind of weird, looks kind of strange now that I see her in this form. But here we have her with her powers. As you can see, some accessories there, and of course we can see the artwork there with her invisible powers, looking really cool. And on the upper right side of the box we have the Marvel Comics logo. It's a classic Marvel Comics logo. Okay guys, let's turn this box around. And here we have Sue Storm herself with the power effect. And on the right, this line has paid homage to the vintage line, showing the action features. These figures do not have action features. And if you want to know what action features Invisible Woman used to have in the vintage line, don't forget to check my Fantastic Four archive. I will leave the link on the description below. And here we have information about the character, and we also have pictures of the other characters that this line has. For example, the Psycho Man, High Evolutionary, and the other team members. And below we have legal information and important warnings. So, without further ado, let's get the Invisible Woman out of the retro-carded box, guys. Okay guys, here we have the inner blister box, and basically we have the same view. We can see the figure itself, a power effect, and the extra hands, the interchangeable hands. And what I can say, it's not that nice as I would have wished her to be, but doesn't look that bad. And here we have a little paper with more legal information and warnings. Without more delay, let's check this figure out. Okay guys, here we have Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, and she's sporting her classic uniform based on the 1990s Fantastic Four animated series, and it's a dark blue with white colored uniform with the 4 in the chest. And of course, she's the one that holds the group together, and she might well be the most powerful character of the Fantastic Four. So she's looking, most of the figure is looking fine, guys. So here we have the head sculpt for Sue Storm in her unpowered form. I guess I'll start with the positive things. I see that her hair has a lot of volume, which for me is good. You can even see every thread of her hair. But looking at the face, guys, I think something is off. I cannot quite see what it is. I think it's probably the eyes are quite small, and the mouth, I believe it's too big. It does look, the face and the cheeks as well, they look a bit disproportionate. It looks like she has had a Botox injection. Sorry if I offend someone, but it's just how it looks. So let's look at Sue Storm in a general way. I believe this is a regular female body of a Marvel Legend, not the newest. And I can see that the details are not sculpted, but they are painted. Like, for example, the belt, the gloves, the boots, the logo on the chest. And there seems to be a problem with my figure because we can see a white smudge on the number 4. But apart from that, the body looks fine. Doesn't save her head sculpt, but generally speaking looks fine. Okay guys, let's check out this beautiful head's articulation. The head goes down this much, as you can see. The head does not go up because of the hair. And it should rotate, but I do not want to mess the figure, guys. And now let's check the torso articulation for the Invisible Woman. We can see that she has upper chest articulation because she wobbles. She can move forward a bit. She can go backwards fairly, as you can see. She, however, doesn't have waist articulation, I'm afraid. So that's the articulation for the Invisible Woman, the torso articulation, of course. Now let's check the arms articulation for Sue Storm, guys. And as we can see here, the arm goes forward, all this much. And the arm goes backward, all the way. And also, the arm goes out all the way up to here. She doesn't have bicep articulation, and we can see that on the elbow she has a pinless single jointed elbow articulation, guys. Let's move on to the hands. She has full rotation on the wrist, and of course there is a swivel on the hand. You can move up and down. So that's it for arms articulation for Sue Storm, guys. Now let's check the leg articulation for the Invisible Woman. As you can see, she can kick forward. However, she can barely kick backwards. The leg doesn't go out, I'm afraid. However, there is a thigh cut and it can rotate. Regarding the knee, she has a double jointed knee. She can almost touch her very visible bum. And she has foot articulation. And as you can see, she has a swivel in the foot. And of course, there's a rocker on the foot. Now, it's time to check the accessories, guys. So here we have the accessories for the Invisible Woman retro carded series, but it only brings 3 accessories. One, as you can see, is the force field power effect, or the invisible shield, however you want to call it. And it's nicely sculpted. It's transparent, very nice clear colors. The force field has on the middle, as you can see, has a shape of the right hand of the Invisible Woman. If you want to know how to place the force field effect, what you do is you use the right hand And what you do is you place the right hand into the shaped part of the force field, and that's how you place the force field effect into the figure. Also, this figure brings an extra couple of fists in order to pose your figure in different ways. So this figure is based on the 1994 TV animated series The Fantastic Four that I used to watch in Fox Kids back in the day. And of course, the Fantastic Four got their powers when they were exposed to radiation in space. And Sue Storm becomes invisible, and she also has the power to create these energy fields, invisible power field. And I remember in one of the episodes, Sue Storm having dinner with Dr. Doom in Latveria, whilst her teammates were imprisoned. So out of fear for her teammates, she went to have dinner with Victor Von Doom. But this allowed her teammates to overpower the Doombots. So because of her, the other teammates were able to escape. So I very much like this character. This is a very cool character. Sue Storm, guys. The glue that sticks the Fantastic Four together. She will save her team, even if that means having an awful dinner. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. This is The Invisible Woman. Do not forget to give a like. Are you part of the fan base that are not very pleased with the head sculpt, with the face of this figure? Let me know in the comments. And do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.